Okay, let's start making our first block design, which is going to use the typical 9 circles blocks. We're going to set this to a black color channel. Just going to flip it around, link it together, and give it a group, which we could just put as number 1. And then copy paste, go down to group number 2, and just keep going all the way down to the bottom of the screen. Now, what people would normally do when they make a 9 circles level is make this first layer colored, then leave the second layer black, then leave the next layer colored. But we're not going to do that because our effect for this block design is going to be completely different to a typical 9 circles block design. We're going to make this object the centerpiece of an effect. There's going to be a star right here on group number 12, a star 2 blocks further down on 13, and another star under the ground, which is 14. We're actually going to make this one the static camera. Let's just place a static camera right here, so that when we play, we can just see the structure. Now we're going to set up rotations for this first star object, which is group number 12, to rotate around the original center point 11. We're going to rotate this thing pretty quickly. I think even quicker than that. It can go like 40 times instead of 20, just so it spins around super fast, right? Then this star is 13. We're going to make that rotate a little bit slower. We can make this 30. Then we can make the next layer down 14 go 20. We can honestly put another one further down, which can be 15, that only goes 10. Now, when we press play here, we have stars that are rotating at different speeds around the screen. And you may be wondering, what is the significance of these? Well, as soon as I set up an area tint that is going to go full tint to a new color channel, that's number 1. 2.5 blocks around that object. The target in question is going to be number 1. The center is going to be the first star, number 12. When I press play, you can see these blocks are lighting up. The closer the star is to the object, the lighter it is. We might make that a little bit longer in its length because it's pretty short. It doesn't really stay bright for very long, but something like this is much more effective. The object underneath, which is group number 2, is going to have a much shorter length. So the underlay is acting differently with this object. We can do the same things here, but focus the center on different groups, making sure that instead of 1 and 2, it goes for 3 and 4. The next layer is pulsing at a different speed to the layer above it. Same thing again. We put this next center as 14, and we start making these groups 5 and 6 instead of 3 and 4. So now we just have an underlay design that is going to flicker at different speeds based on where these stars are at.